Well, as KwaZulu-Natal continues to suffer the after effects of last month's floods, the province and most of the country is bracing for a cold, wet weekend. Rain will certainly be welcome in Nelson Mandela Bay with day zero fast approaching there. Let's get a sense of what we can expect. I'm joined by Kgolofelo Mahlangu, a forecaster at the South African Weather Service. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it. I guess I want to focus and start in KwaZulu-Natal, given what we saw happen last month. What can we expect in terms of the rainfall?
Good evening, Shahan. For KZN tomorrow, we are expecting an 80% chance of showers, thunder showers, and that's expected to go on throughout the day from the morning all the way into the evening. So now the accumulative rainfall amounts that we're expecting, especially along the coast, will be on average about 100 millimeters, which is quite significant, and that could lead to localized flooding in places and disruptions in terms of just their day-to-day activities. And also there's some snow expected along the Drakensberg Mountains and then also just over the Lesotho area, so that will push in some cold air over into the province. And going into Sunday, we'll see a bit of clearance with a 30% chance now over the western parts, the southern parts of the province, and then also just leaving a 60% chance along the north coast and the adjacent interior.
So talk to me about this localized flooding in KwaZulu-Natal in terms of the scale that you expect now compared to what we saw last month. Is it anywhere close?
It doesn't seem like it. The system doesn't seem as intense as the one we saw last year just before the Easter weekend. However, people must just bear in mind that there are still some places that are still quite damaged from what happened last month. So any amount of water really that comes through might cause a lot of disruptions for them. So I guess people just need to keep an eye on the warnings and see what to do as motorists and just people walking across like flooded streams and flooded roads. So I would just suggest that people avoid crossing flooded streams at all costs.
Yeah, and you know, given the prediction here, especially people close to river banks, etc., would it be wise for the provincial government to be on standby in particular in those areas, or possibly start moving people from those areas?
The warnings did go out to the disaster management there in eThekwini and all the other municipalities that are involved, the Ugu district, the Mkhanyakude, and all of that in KZN. So I guess they will have to take action from their side and put some actions in place. But as the Weather Service, we have done our part and issued out those warnings. And then it's all up to the disaster management that's around those areas.
Okay, let's talk about Nelson Mandela Bay, because this is an area that actually needs water quite desperately. What are your predictions there?
For that part of the province, it's a 30% chance for tomorrow, and going on to Sunday, the weather would have cleared for them. At the moment, we don't have any warning for them, nothing significant as what they will be receiving in KZN. So it's just going to be mostly very isolated showers and thunder showers for them during the course of the day into the evening.
Yeah, that's a pity, isn't it? Tell me which other provinces need to be on the watch list.
For now, the Free State Province, the Northwest, and also some parts of Gauteng will receive quite significant amounts of rain tonight going into tomorrow morning. The central parts of the Limpopo Province will also receive some significant amounts of rainfall. We have given out an alert warning level 2 for disruptive rain in places with minor impacts. And also the Highveld and the escarpment of Mpumalanga will also receive quite a large amount of rainfall during the course of tomorrow, especially starting off from midday all the way into the evening. So we have issued out a level 2 warning there as well, accompanied with minor impacts.
Is this cold weather the start of the winter period?
Well, I guess we could say so. However, meteorologically, it starts in June. But then, however, if you remember last year, we had quite a similar system towards end of May, and that's actually what ushered in winter. So I have a feeling that temperatures won't really recover after this weekend. We saw temperatures dropping to very low temperatures. We're seeing about 3 degrees in places like Bronkhorstspruit and Gauteng. Temperatures reaching about 6 degrees minimum in Tshwane and in Johannesburg. So I think, yeah, people just need to brace themselves.
You know, people always say, I hear it's going to be colder this winter. Is there any way of predicting that?
There is a way to check a seasonal forecast, and we did issue out a seasonal forecast that's sort of like giving you like a vague idea as to what you can expect in the next 3 months. So our indicators showed that we can expect just slightly above normal maximum temperatures this winter. So meaning our daytime temperatures might be slightly warmer, and then also slightly warmer minimum temperatures. So that just means temperatures might be slight by 0.5 points or just 1 degree. So that's what our seasonal forecast indicators have actually showed us for the next couple of months.
So it's not going to be a colder winter, if this is anything to go by.
Well, yeah, relatively speaking, yeah. It shows that maximum temperatures midday temperatures will be quite warm.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Kgolofelo Mahlangu, a forecaster at the South African Weather Service.